for the technical people that is watching, how does your company works on the back end? And as you building, what was the hardest feature for you to build the tool that you have right now?
Yes, that's a very good question. So we have built an AI engine that works at the core, and then we have agentic workflows. And each agentic workflow covers a task that has been done today by a human. But we also bring, let's say, more better information to be taken into consideration. So as you were saying, today, taking into consideration satellite imagery or drones imagery or videos or this type of information that it's relevant to agriculture, you need a person that understands that technicality. So we don't see satellite imagery people working at lenders in the banks or credit unions, or we don't see them. They are not part of their workforce.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you want to bring that new information, you will need a complete new set of skills of people. And that's not your business. So you're not going to bring them. So it's very costly to bring new information to analyze. But for us, we are combining the raw data. We are making sense of unstructured data to analyze, but then to explain that to a person at a bank, we are using LLMs to explain in simple words what you're seeing in a satellite imagery or what you're seeing in a market report or what you're seeing in, I don't know, operations, seasonality, water, the access to water. It's crucial for a farmer. And those things that are so specific, so technical of agriculture, it's very hard to know for a finance person. It's like, I don't get how water gets into my cash flow.
Correct.
Yes, I get that. However, if we don't have water, there's not going to be production. There's not going to be harvest. There's not going to be income. There's not going to be a repayment of a loan. So water impacts the cash flow, but I'm going to explain you how it impacts, and I'm going to explain you how it makes sense for you to understand that information.
And how do you deal with things that it's hard to predict? We can see historical data and kind of have a forecast what things can happen. How do you deal, or how do you see this can be deal now in the future for things that we cannot foresee?
You're totally right. And that's the biggest challenge of agriculture. When you ask lenders around, do you lend to agriculture? And if they say no, the next question is why? And they say, because it's too much risk.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason why, let's say, the funding or the credit into this industry hasn't been as scalable as it should be, because there are perceived risks with traditional technology that you cannot overcome. It's impossible to overcome things that are volatile with traditional technology. And I'm not saying we are solving that. I wouldn't say anyone can solve that, like whether it's unpredictable for any of us. Even my phone weather prediction doesn't always is accurate.
Right.
So we cannot solve things yet. However, we can make it better. We can make it better. We can make sense of historic information and predictions and try to have a range of possibilities. And between that range of possibilities, you're going to take your final decision. But at least you're going to have a better vision of what's possible and not be lost. There's a difference between having a range of possibilities and being completely lost.
Many agriculture startups chase yield optimization. Why do you pick finance infrastructure instead?
Yes, because as I was saying before, we have to transform agriculture. And agriculture will require to acquire better technology as the Agtech that you were mentioning, better irrigation systems, better supply chains, etc. However, for all that to be possible, we need accessible funding. And I fell in love with that area. I would say that for me, that's the key to unlock all this potential. So I focus on how we do better this part, so we unlock the rest of the potential in production and supply chain.